Hey guys, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Tabs. I'm making a Biscoff cheesecake. Firstly, I'm doing crushed up Biscoff cookies with melted butter and mixing that together, and that is going to be our crust. I made this a few months ago and everybody loved it, and so I remade it not too long after that, and then it was like, you have to bring this all the time. Everybody loves the Biscoff cookies. And then my cousin, she doesn't really like cake stuff. So she wanted a Biscoff ice cream cake, and I made that for her, and it was so good. But after I'm done mixing with that, I'm going to put it in my pan, and you don't have to. I've done it where I didn't, but you can put it in the bottom of a springform pan line with a baking sheet. And my oven was set to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And I let that go while I mix the batter together. Okay, so the cheesecake recipe that I'm using is the How to Cake It recipe. So if you haven't been over there, I'm not asked to shout her out, but I love watching Yolanda Gamp. The only thing different that I do is I add in an extra block of cream cheese. For some reason, I like to do that. I don't know why. It was just one day when I made it, I forgot if it was 2 or 3, so I got 3 and I started liking putting 3 in there. But it's 3 blocks of cream cheese, 3 eggs, 1 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar, a half a cup of flour, 3/4 cup of sour cream, one of those little tubs of mascarpone cheese, some vanilla, Remember to always scrape down your bowl at some point so everything gets well incorporated. This is where I added in my sour cream, and after the sour cream was the mascarpone cheese. Now I'm adding in that vanilla. I didn't realize I did not put the whole bottle in the screen, but you get it, it's vanilla. I never usually measure my vanilla, but you don't need a lot, probably 2 teaspoons. And then also right here, I'm adding in the half a cup of flour. And then right here, I'm adding in probably about half the container of the Biscoff cookie butter. I may have used a little more because I wanted more of that flavor. I did add some more. Yeah, I added more after I had mixed everything together off camera because I just felt like it needed a little more. So it was probably more like 3/4 of a jar. And then I also added in my sugar. Okay, in this moment in time is I'm just showing you what it looks like after spending overnight in the fridge. I'm going to invert it out and put it on a cake plate. I'm using this big pan. I also used this when I baked my cheesecake. I forgot to say that, but I placed the cheesecake in this pan, put it in the oven, and used almost 4 cups of water to fill it up so I could do a water bath. You want to do a water bath so you do not have cracks inside of your cheesecake, well, on the top of your cheesecake, because then it's not gonna look pretty. But I also am using hot water right here because it's going to release the cake from the sides of the pan to make it easier for it to come out and invert it onto that cake plate. Okay, I debated a few ways of getting it onto the cake plate, but I decided to wrap my cake plate in foil so I didn't get the actual cake plate dirty, and I flipped it over on the piece of foil and then let it be on the foil and then got it on the cake plate that way. That little missing piece of crumb or crust was when I stuck my offset under it, and I thought I was on like between the pan and the parchment, and I was not. So that's why I came up with the other way to do it. Now this is the cheesecake all out of the pan, looking nice and pretty, and I went ahead and put it back in the fridge after I scooted it in the right place so that I could melt the cookie butter. I decided to make a whipped cream using about probably like a quarter or half a cup of whipping cream, powdered sugar, and vanilla. Okay, and so this is the cheesecake, and I'm pouring the melted cookie cream on it to make it look nice and cute. I don't know why my camera didn't like focus, but I just spread it across the top. I was gonna do a drip, but I didn't have enough for a drip, and then I just thought it looked cute without the drip, just leaving like a little edge on the top. And I ended up doing like the dollops of the whipped cream, and then I decorated with the sandwich Biscoff cookies. So good. I let it set in the fridge so that that cookie butter could firm up so I could, pipe my little dollops of the whipped cream on top of it. I don't know why I'm struggling to say whipped cream, but I am. But I put it in a piping bag. I'll check on the tip size and put it in the description below. And yeah, I just went around the top and did all of the little dollops. I was kind of getting a little upset because I was using a smaller tip. Well, not the tip, but the smaller bag size than I use for Christmas. I had gotten the Ateco piping bags, but I usually use Wilton because they're bigger. But it all worked out, It was just the size of the bag was not a good friend to me.